I will start my presentation by just saying that there are so many personality type theories that we face, that we have seen actually so far. Some of them are based on hormones, some of them are based on blood types, some of them are based on management style in general. The one that my wife Ayla and I, that we like to explore and that have been exploring for the past 18 years is, you might even know about sanguine, melancholic, choleric and phlegmatic. So that would be, it's an old one coming from the ancient Greece. In that way, all of these theories, all of these personality type theories, like to list all the types of people in their strengths and weaknesses. That means that you would, for example, for a sanguine, that would be a cheerful person, someone who is a soul of a company, someone who likes to talk a lot, who is colorful, artistic, usually singers and actors and so on. But at the same time, that person has weaknesses by these personality type theories, which is that they can't keep focus. They get angry very fast, even though they come back to normal very fast again. They forget names, interrupt conversations, and stuff like that. Yeah, some of the people are recognizing themselves. You know. Well, what if I told you that none of us have weaknesses? So, let me get to the point. I will go through the example. As I said, my wife Ayla, who was supposed to be with me here, but is not, because 3 days ago she gave birth to our beautiful baby Emma. But we have been together, we have been exploring these personality types for the past 18 years. And we've seen it from so many angles and from so many perspectives. We've analyzed everything that can come, like even how personalities type on Viber or WhatsApp or like softwares or apps like that. And we have come to realize a lot of things about those. I will start with my example first. I am phlegmatic sanguine. That means that I am like, my strength would be I'm strong in empathy. I love friendship. I have love for deep philosophy. I love sci-fi movies, which also comes with the phlegmatic type. And let's say I'm a good listener. So having the strong empathy as a strength, you know, that's something that gives you the ability to understand other people. And when I come to, but on the other hand, I do not start work or things that easily. I do not finish them. I don't, I'm not that focused. I don't make plans that much. It's everything like goes along the whatever is going on. And so whenever we're working on something, me having this strength or having this ability to generate so many ideas, to look what can be improved and what can be changed and what can be done in a better way, is something that is stopping me from finishing things, from getting to the point where we will, when we start something, then we will get it to the end. That is something that I leave to somebody else. And that's why I love friendship, why I love working in teams in general. My first example would be with the client that we had, a lady that we worked with, and we're generally helping individuals to find their perfect career and that actually matches their personality type. And at the beginning, we go through the natural talents and skills, and we were discovering that for this lady, and we came to realize that she's a person who likes to talk a lot. but she's focused on negative things. So you put one and one together, or two and two together, and you get a person who's talking a lot about negative things. She's a downer in that way, and her first reaction was, oh my God, like, who wants to hang out with the downer? I'm not a good person, I need to change this. And then we got to the point where we matched her characteristics, her traits, to certain jobs or certain tasks. So, if you wanted to have your product tested, you would want someone who is able to express what they think, and you want to have someone who has all the criticism of your product possible. If for your software, for example, if you have a software or an app, and if you want the user experience to be at the best one, you would want someone who can criticize it very well, and who can see all the things, all the negative things, or all the things that are not working, or that could be working better. Or if you wanted to have a therapist, you would go to someone who can see the problems, and who can then talk about those problems, and who would want to go through that. So going and matching her supposedly weaknesses of her talking too much and criticizing things and being focused on negative stuff, we actually managed to find situations or jobs or tasks where those weaknesses would be strengths. Another example I have is with my friend, a dear friend of mine. We were sitting outside having coffee. It was like late at night. And just in a relaxed conversation, I asked him, what's going on with you, what's happening? And his family has properties and they rent it, so they have, let's say, income and money. He's almost 30 and he hasn't been working a lot other than let's say, taking care of these properties. And he told me, like, I'm getting a job. And I was like, oh, great, and why is that? He told me, bro, I know I'm lazy. And I want to get a job. As much as I want to help my parents financially, I want to punish myself to get into a certain system and get a little bit of discipline and so on. And I looked at him and asked him, the other night, it was like 1 a.m. and I was driving around, I couldn't sleep. So I called you and asked you, would you have coffee with me? Would you join me? And you were there in 5 minutes. That is not lazy. Or I know when there is someone in need, when you need to help someone, you leave everything, even though you're in such a comfortable situation, you leave everything and you go to have this coffee, to help other people because you love helping them. That is not lazy. I had to tell him, it's like, you are lazy about things that you don't love, but you are not lazy when it comes down to things that you love doing, and you love helping, and you love hanging out with people, and you love having coffee with people, you know. Even though many of us find it very difficult to imagine that as a task in a job. But believe me, there are so many jobs that require you to drink a lot of coffees with a lot of people. And I have one more example for you before I come to the point. And aside from working with individuals, we work with companies as well in developing their teams. And we were working with one, and they have an HR manager who is a strong woman, very concise, very straightforward, result-oriented, and ambitious. And she knows what she wants. She's working as an HR manager in this company. Once we finished the work with them, we realized that they lack one of the characters a lot. They lack phlegmatics. They have a lot of melancholics and a lot of cholerics in the company, which are so decisive, and they have their systems and their perfect way of doing things, but they have so many collisions, their characters do not stand each other all the time. So she, when we got to the point and when we realized that they lack phlegmatics, that we realized that it's because of the HR manager. Whenever phlegmatics are types that are not bragging about themselves. They're not gonna go all over and tell you what is it that they can do and so on. Recently, I've seen a motivation letter from a phlegmatic that wrote one sentence: "I can do the job." For the HR manager, that was a no at the beginning, but that is like the most sincerest. This message, this one sentence says so much about this person. And in my opinion, if he has the knowledge, he is like a perfect fit for the company that they're looking. But whenever a certain person like this, someone who can hack in NASA or Pentagon, whenever this person would even sit in front of this HR manager, she would see him or her as weak, because it's not like she likes ambitious people. She likes people who are result oriented in that way, and these are like slow and relaxed and everything, and that is why she did not hire them. So for a woman who's a strong, ambitious, result-oriented, who knows what she wants, all of these characteristics or traits of her personality type were weakness at a position where she worked. Because as an HR manager, you don't count how many conversations you've had today, or how many good emotions have you brought out, or how many relations have you kept going on. It's human relations. You are like the whole time with people, and your relations never end. That's why you should be someone who's an HR manager cannot be a person who is result oriented, who just at the end of the day wants to go checked. Another thing, I sent 157 rejection emails. That would be a result for that person. So, the point is, whenever you have, we all have characteristics that come naturally to us. It's the matter of situation, whether they are weaknesses or strengths at that point. But they are neither, actually. They are just characteristics. It's just a matter of whether that situation needs us or doesn't need. My wife is a fan of elementary Sherlock Holmes, and in one of the episodes, John Watson asks Sherlock, have you talked to your father? What's your relation status now? And he asked her, why are you asking that? She's like, no, nothing special, out of curiosity. Watson, you're a detective now. Apply your curiosity to solving cases. So apply your characteristics to places where they are needed and where they are considered as strengths. I personally believe in the world where people are happy with their jobs, with their businesses, with their careers, and they make money doing what they love. They love Mondays just as much as they love Fridays. And as I see it, all of us have two options: either to focus on the things that do not come that easy and naturally to us, those characteristics, to improve them and to become average, or to focus on things that do come easily to us and mastering those characteristics, becoming masters in what we do.